Good morning to all my soul fam. So, this is just going to be a very brief update that relates to a vision that I got. And what I keep seeing is that so many of you have done such a stellar job when it comes to activating your light body, when it comes to doing that shadow work, when it comes to constructing your new Merkaba field, that crystalline grid that surrounds you. You've done such an extraordinary job growing your wings, those spiritual wings. And the vision I was shown is that as you begin to lift off of the ground, to leave behind an old reality, to collapse an old timeline, all the people that you used to associate with, your old colleagues, if you will, the people that you used to complain with or that complain with you and that are simply not resonating with your energy anymore, including energies that may be attached to those people, because as you guys know, there are spiritual parasites, interdimensional beings that latch onto people and are housed by people. And one person can have many, many entities attached to them. And so, whenever you're feeding that entity, right, whenever they get to snack on your energy by pulling you into the storm or by getting you to agree to certain things that your authentic self isn't in agreement with, well, you're posing a threat to them as well when you start to elevate your mind, when you start to lift yourself into those higher vibrational timelines. So the vision I saw today was as you begin to take flight, a lot of the people that you used to associate with are going to grab your leg as you're trying to take off to keep you from flying. Because just imagine if you're able to fly, you become indestructible, you become unstoppable. So your message is going to be delivered to the world. Those truths that are here to expose falsehood or falsehoods are now going to be distributed amongst everyone. So you pose a huge threat to the people who are still very insecure, to the people who haven't done the shadow work. Now, on from one viewpoint, those people don't want to see you soar. You know, it reminds me of like whenever you see a woman who exudes confidence, or if you see a man who's very self assured, many people around them will say, oh, look at them, they're such a show off. You know, they're just gloating or whatever. And to me, that usually indicates that someone has a very, very deeply buried trauma that they haven't resolved, because there's nothing more beautiful, you guys, than to live out loud, than to live in your full expression, you know. And so people who wear like the flashy pinks, or who show off their bodies, or who just own who they are, and they might have like different colors in their nails, um, those people are living their best life. They're living who they are, okay? So they will act as a catalyst for those people who haven't dealt with their insecurities, who haven't dealt with those, whatever may have happened when they were young, maybe issues around abandonment, maybe issues around rejection, maybe issues around wanting to be validated by others. But they'll then go out and displace their insecurities on other people who are just living freely. So you're that person now who's about to take off into all these new missions to to share your message, to broadcast that amazing light. Maybe it's a beautiful magenta light, maybe it's a beautiful purple light. Whatever it is that you do, that is going to pose a threat to the people around you who used to be part of your old dimension. So the vision I was shown today is if they grab your leg, and this is more of an energetic, obviously they're not going to grab your physical leg, it's a metaphysical analogy. Well, when they do that, don't believe them. Don't believe what you're seeing in that moment, because that's just part of the illusion. They're just a video, a character in your game that belong to a level that you've already um, conquered. So you've already beat that level in the game, and you don't have to revisit that anymore. Whenever you boost yourself into higher dimensions, there will always be some sort of an aftermath. okay? Or some sort of a delay, a dark delay, meaning if you start to speak your truth, that may cause a negative reaction in a lot of people. If you start to live out loud, that may stir up the pot for a lot of people. But that is simply a mirror, or it's simply a reflection of what you've already cleared. Okay, so if you're able to conquer your fear or whatever, and you start to come into your full expression, what you're going to see on the outside is really just a reflection of your past. That just came to me. What you see on the outside is just a reflection of your past, the past that you've just left behind. And you're leaving that old template of yourself behind, and it's some of those people will retaliate. Some of those people are going to get very aggressive with you, but you don't have to partake in that. That's an old game. You've already beat that level. You're on to the next now. So please, please spread your wings and go fly. Soar to the highest dimensions. Spread your message with the world. You're unstoppable now. You know, the only thing you have to look for is other birds that can fly, or other beings that can fly. But that's the next level. They're going to teach you what you need to learn within those dimensions, within the fourth dimension, within the fifth dimension, within the sixth. So now you're going to be alongside all these other beings that can fly, and it's not always going to be easy, because they might have a few more powers than you. They've been mastering the art of flying or levitating or moving things with their mind or whatever for a long time. So that may be a little intimidating to you, but they're your new teachers now. You've entered new territory. You've entered new grounds. So, and I've seen this with myself as well. Whenever you're on the cusp of a major change, there are energies that start to work through these people, to keep you from achieving your dreams, to keep you from fulfilling your mission as a galactic, as a starseed, as a light worker, as an empath. It's really powerful, and you're here to leave your imprint on this world, and the entire universe is backing you. Your angels are all around you. There are armies of angels around you. They're actually the ones who trained you as to how to get your wings. They're the ones who have been working with you, days on end, to ensure that you're ready and you're suited and you're equipped for your mission, and you're there now. So whenever people grab your leg to keep you from soaring, remind yourself, that's just my past that's reenacting. It's my past that's lashing out, just like a child would if you didn't give it a lollipop. And you don't have to believe that. It's just a lie. It's what was once a truth that you've now graduated from. And whenever we graduate from a truth, whenever we graduate from a level, we collapse that reality, and then it's not true anymore. That's why for me, I've been through hell and back in my life. And when people, my family's like, I can't believe you were in psych wards for so many years and blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember it. It's almost like been wiped from my memory, because my consciousness has morphed so much that I can remember it. I can remember every detail, but it doesn't feel like it was me that was residing that body. Does that make sense to you guys? It doesn't feel like I was residing that body. It feels like a new consciousness came online, almost like a walk-in. A new consciousness came online and I resurrected. And now I can look back and give gratitude for everything I've been through. But it feels very distant. It feels like it happened lifetimes ago, which it probably did from one viewpoint, because if we're accelerating at such a fast pace, then yeah, it probably did happen lifetimes ago. And even though time doesn't exist, it happened lifetimes ago. Even though it was in this life, it was lifetimes ago, because we've already beat so many levels, or we've already graduated from so many different dimensions. So this was a quick message for you guys. You're here to soar, and you're going to do it, because this is what was predestined for you. But don't postpone all your victories. Don't postpone you triumphing. See it for what it is. It's an old energy trying to reel you back in, trying to hook back into you. You're so powerful. You're so amazing. And you've done such a spectacular job with yourself. You should be proud. I love you guys. Please share, subscribe, and I love reading your comments.